Okay, looks like there's a good number who've joined in now, so I'll make a start. And as we're doing the intro, if a few others join, it should be fine. So yeah, welcome everyone to our AI gaming battle event with Salesforce and Mav3rick. So before I start today's event, I'd first like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which we are gathered today. I'm Robbie, currently the events director at the Monash Association of Coding, or MAC for short. And I want to thank you all again for coming today. So before we begin, I'll just quickly introduce what MAC is and who we are. So we're a tech club that focuses on imparting valuable technical skills and industry relevant experience to the students of Monash. And our goal is to foster the tech culture here at Monash and provide a collaborative setting for students to learn from one another, build upon the skills they'll need for a career in tech, and make some friends along the way. So don't forget to check us out on social media. We'll share that in the chat in a moment. And I'll now pass over to David, who's going to kick us off from Mav3rick.
Thank you, Robert. I just want to welcome everyone and thank you for your time for coming today. I'm obviously from Mav3rick and looking forward to having a good coding battle with you. We've got a fair few people here from Mav3rick to help you out with the coding today. We've got Richard. Say hi, Richard, please.
Hi, everybody.
Richard is one of the co-founders at Mav3rick and he's also a certified technical architect on Salesforce as well. We've also got Kuljit. Say hi, Kuljit, please.
Everyone.
Paolo as well.
Hey.
And Jerome and Raj. We've got quite a few. All say hi, beautiful. I'll share my screen now and we can jump into some slides. Give me a moment. Just let me know when you can see that.
Yep, looks good.
All right, let me just move that across. All right, I'll jump straight in. So today's event will be broken up into 5 parts. We'll have an introduction, which will be 15 minutes, and we'll just talk a little bit about what we're doing, a little bit about Salesforce, a little bit about Mav3rick and the coding activity. We'll break up into breakout sessions for 60 minutes, and I'll talk more about what we're doing in that activity a little later. We'll reconvene and we'll talk about what we've actually built, and then we'll actually test it all against each other. All the AI battle we'll have everything battling against each other. We'll also have a pop quiz and then we'll wrap it up. So what's in it for you today? So it's more about just learning about Salesforce and why it's more than just a CRM, learning a bit about Mav3rick, also about how to enable yourself for a career in Salesforce, which is quite an important one. We'll tell you where to look and what to do to sort of get involved in Salesforce. We'll also expose you to writing Apex code on the Salesforce platform and understanding how REST services work on the platform as well. And you'll be working in teams during the breakout session. We'll have a chance to win prizes. And last of all, you'll have bragging rights if you get the winning AI agent. Let's talk a bit about Salesforce. So Salesforce, it's obviously a CRM, but it's more than that. We call it a platform. You can build a lot of things on Salesforce. It's obviously got the marketing, sales, and commerce for the business side, but from a developer's perspective, you know, there's code there, there's a database there, and there's sort of, you can host sites on it, and you do all the sorts of things that you normally do, sort of, you know, on other platforms, but it's an extension of what's already there in Salesforce. So I just wanted to expose some of that to you today. And the event that we're running today in terms of the battle is all run on the Salesforce platform. In terms about what Salesforce does, this is sort of more business related, but it's a customer 360 view of all the different types of sort of IT teams, commerce, marketing, sales, service, all those sorts of things. And Salesforce is broken up into clouds. So we have things called a sales cloud, service cloud, marketing cloud, commerce cloud, etc., all the way around. We've also got an integration tool available. We can do digital experiences and communities with portals that people can log in. It's all on the one platform. It all shares the same data. So it's quite a powerful tool. There's also some Einstein AI built in there as well to do some AI inside of that, but we're not using that today. We're just doing a simplified AI gaming battle on the platform. So where do you look to get started in Salesforce? Trailhead's the place to go. Salesforce is amazing when it comes to being able to learn and teach yourself. You can log on to Trailhead for free, it doesn't cost you anything, gives you full access to every part of Salesforce. Being around for so many years, the actual content that's there that you can learn from is extremely mature. So if you're looking at getting started in Salesforce, definitely head to Trailhead. And also from developers.salesforce.com is another one. Extremely, it's like a central hub that has everything developer-wise. Salesforce allows you to create your own developer org on there by clicking a few buttons, and it's for free. And you can basically have your own instance of Salesforce going, and you can play with it, configure it, etc., and do what you want to do with it. There are some limitations, obviously, being a developer, but you pretty much have full access to what's under the hood, so you can actually get your hands dirty and get hands-on. And you don't need to contact Salesforce to do that. You can just point and click and get it all done by yourself. So it's really a self-service when it comes to getting started, and there's so much that you can do. In terms of certification paths, if you're looking at sort of becoming, what your career path looks like, we've got, developer path and also sort of more the configuration side as well. And it all leads up to, as I said earlier, Richard's a certified technical architect. So he's got quite a few of these certifications that are here. Every one of our team members is on their own certification journey as well. So a little bit about Maverick. We'll get into the AI stuff real quickly, I promise. We're nearly there. We're about the, we're here for the change makers. So Maverick, for me, the reason I joined Maverick is because we were smallish when we started, but having CTAs from the top down allows us to sort of challenge a lot of the stuff that we build. And one of the main reasons clients come to us is because they've got a challenging implementation that they want to, that other partners are struggling with, and they want us to challenge it and implement it. Some of our values at Maverick, we keep it pretty simple at Maverick. We roll up our sleeves, we own it, and we're successful as a collective. So I know it's sort of a bit business related, but I just want you to learn a bit about Maverick and some of our values there. All right, that's the non-coding stuff out the way. We'll try to do it as quick as possible to ensure that everyone's still awake. I'm hoping everyone's still awake. Moving on to this, so we're gonna have a 60-minute breakout. So in that, you'll need to come up with a team name, a player pick, and a bio. So in terms of what we're doing, I'll just flip to the next slide for the moment. We're going to be doing an Uno challenge. So we've built, has everyone played Uno? I'm hoping everyone's played Uno at least, the card game. So we're going to be looking at a coding challenge where you'll need to sort of work out which card that your AI agent is going to play in that game. So with that in context, I'll just jump back a bit now. So we're going to break out into a 60-minute session. You'll need to come up with a player pick, and a bio. You'll need to work on the code that's already given to your team, and enhance that slightly. And you'll need to present your AI strategies back once we finish the breakout session. So you need one person from your team to be presenting back about the AI strategies that you came up with. It's up to you whether you want to go full blown on the presentation or you just want to talk back. It's purely up to the team members. I'm thinking if there's team members that haven't played Uno and they want something to do, either jump into the first one and work on sort of some player names and things like that, or work on the presentation and get involved that way. So the way we're running the breakout sessions is we'll be having a Maverick person sharing their screen to do the coding, and you'll be discussing around the coding strategies, etc. Salesforce platform is sort of a little bit difficult to sort of get set up on your computers, so we've decided to do it this way to allow you to sort of at least get exposed to it without having all those setup difficulties that you may have, logging in and setting up software, etc., to get it all going. So we have prizes up for grabs. So the winning AI agent will have a 30-minute, and that's a team prize, 30-minute group mentoring session with Salesforce. Also, the best team presentation, the team will also get a 30-minute mentoring session. There will be a pop quiz at the end. We will have 5 winners, and they'll each get a coffee cup. So we're running it on Menti, so you'll have to sort of log into the website and answer those questions, and everyone will be competing against each other. So as I said, the Uno challenge, for those who play Uno, the rules are going to be available inside your session, with your breakout session. There's a PDF online. If you don't know what Uno is, I suggest you look it up and check it out now if you can. There's also an app you can download on your phone. It'll take you about 5-10 minutes to download and work out how to play. It's quite a simple game to play. For those users that are the experts, we're going to be ignoring 2 rules: challenging the wild draw 4 card, and reneging, which is basically having a card that you can actually play, but not actually playing that card. So if the card can be played, you need to play a card at least. You can't refuse to play a card. There's also no stacking. What I mean by no stacking is if someone plays a draw 4 and it's your turn, if you're playing another draw 4 to sort of pass it on to the next person, there's no stacking here. If someone plays a draw 4, you need to pick up those cards. Getting into technical stuff now. So in terms of your game state, and there'll be more information on all of this inside your breakout session, you'll get things like the cards in your hand. You'll get noted another list of which cards are actually playable, cards in the discard or the play pile, cards left, etc. You can read about them inside the breakout session. Bottom line is down the bottom there, your AI agent will need to return which card you're going to play. If you're playing a wild card, you'll need to work out which color you want to change the color to. And last of all, there is a Boolean variable that needs to be set if you want to say uno. So if you're playing that second last card and going down to 1, you want to set that to true. There is a 4 card penalty if you do not set that to true at the right time. So please set that to true at the right time. I'll open up the floor to any questions around that. Most of the information is inside the coding file that you'll be shown. And there's also a testing tool there. Your host has been shown all of that, and I'll talk you through it in the sessions. I wanted to sort of get everyone into those sessions as quickly as possible to maximize our time if we can. Oh, you want to go first, Raj, your team?
No, random pick is better.
A random pick, okay. Jean, you were pretty confident. You said you wanted to win, so your team's up first.
Yeah. Okay, so you ready?
Sure, yeah.
No sigh.
Let me just stand.
That's beautiful. Love the color.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, all right, let's get started. Here, team, AI, courtesy of Angie, who is not here right now, unfortunately. And we're going to be talking about our bot strategy. So we have Angie. I don't know why we're all Hackerman, but yeah. So we got Angie, Lauren, and me. Strategy is simple. First off, you want to make a good decision when we're talking about wildcard choice. When you put down the wildcard, that is, it's a +4 or the regular one, we want to align it with what we want to do. That is, drain off all our colored cards. So we pick the maximal color. So that means the amount of colored cards we have. We want to go with the color set that has the most cards in it. The next strategy is to prefer to play number cards if the player that's playing after us has more than 3 cards. This can be adjusted to like a threshold of 4 cards or 5 cards, depending on how aggressive we want to play. So this is very much a defensive, offensive trade-off. And strategy 3 is, well, it's dual, the offensive play. When our opponent, so depending on like if we play a reverse or not, our opponent may change. We will prefer to play special cards that will punish the next player. So this could include skips, reverses, +2s, +4s, as they all stall the next player. Thank you very much. And Lauren, would you like to add anything?
No, I think I'm
and
good.
she's here. Yeah. Thank you for listening.
Well done, thank you for that. Very impressive. Cool. Lots of good strategies discussed as well. Super impressed. All right, Glenn.
So the presenter in our team is Justina. I will share my screen as you discuss.
To start off with, our team had myself, Nick, and Mosques. who is unfortunately not here anymore. Our team name is something I can honestly not even pronounce because it's just a random string of symbols and so is our player name. So, yep. And then moving on to our strategy, I guess we really just focused on what to do when a wild card was played. So was it just a random color? So we went through just counting out how many of each color appeared in our deck, and then we played the one with the most color. So that's the color with the most number of cards in our hand, so that it made the most sense. And then just for the Uno condition at the end, we had if we had 2 cards in our hand at the moment, and we had a number of playable cards which is greater than 0, which means we could play a card. We would set the indicator to true, because it would indicate that we would play a card and have 1 card left in our hands. And that's about it.
Nice. I like you kept it reasonably simple and executed well on what you've done, so that was good. I think it was a really challenge to try and get how much you're going to get in there and try and test it and get it right in the amount of time. So I think you've got a good balance there. So well done. Who will be next? That's the question. Jerome and Paolo. Who's up from your team? Are you there?
Jerome, did you want a screen share? I think you've got it.
Cool.
I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay.
Can you see?
Yeah. So we kept it pretty simple as well. If you scroll down to the code, keep scrolling. Basically, we worked on like prioritizing certain, like putting certain cards down over others. So we check things like if the next player has less than 3 cards, we'd be more inclined to draw or put down a draw 2 or draw 4 to mess them up. Also, if there was the situation where we can either put down a card based on color or we could also put it down based on just the number. You like calculate which one you have more cards to play and then play that one. That was confusing to say, but yeah. And then we'll just look at if we have a wild card, we determine which card to place, which color to choose based on how many cards we have of each color.
Yep. Nice. Is there one last point there around the +2, +4? Or have you already spoken about that?
That was just to avoid not stacking the draw 2s.
Okay, cool. Nice, thank you. Once again, I think a good balance between time and what you've achieved there. Cool. I'll get my team to go up next.
Yeah, sure. Let me screen share if you can. Do you want to just exit out? Sweet. Thank you very much. All right, where am I? Cool. So thanks for putting me near the last. I was able to get a couple drawings up. If you guys can see that, great. So that's us right there. Team the Zuckerbergers, I think we were called. And yeah, totally human team. What we're going to do is we're going to, when we need to play a card, we're going to do 2 things, right? We are going to have a look at our own hand. This is our hand here. And we're also going to have a look at the discard pile as well, right? And what we're going to do is essentially give our hand a value, a set of values for what we're going to do, right? So the idea is we're also going to use the discard pile to find out that value. And here, slide 2, boom. All right, so here's the card that we have in our hand, as well as the score we give it. If we have a number card, then we give it a score of 200, plus the number of cards of that same color in the discard pile, plus the number of cards, or the number itself, right? And same with the skip, as well as the little +2 right? Or the reverse. I'm not sure what the reverse symbol. That's sort of what the reverse symbol looks like, right? But instead, we give it a value of 100. So that means that we're always going to play number cards before we play the special cards, right? For the wild cards, we give it a big fat 0 here, right? Because we always want to play them last, right? When we're in a pinch. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to prioritize what cards need to be played first. We want to play number cards before we have to play the special card, before we have to play our last few wild cards. But what the system is also trying to do is it's trying to have a look at what players have played before, right? If a card has shown up multiple times, that means that there are less cards that are going to show up later in the game. So you want to get rid of them first. And that's why we look at the discard pile. That's why this value is so important to us in terms of our algorithm. In terms of the wild card, once we pick it, again, we look at the colors in our card, and then we decide if there's more blues, then we play blues first, right? If there's more greens, then we change the color to green, right? Into a simple program. Obviously, this wasn't very easy to do, and David would know because we worked him like a mule. But we hope that this thing will win the system. Yeah, go Zuckerbergers. Sweet.
Thank you for that. They absolutely did work me down to the last minute, which was good. I think we've got one more team to present.
I think that's us.
Yep. Go ahead.
The bar has been set very high. We don't have visuals or
it wasn't a requirement, so that's all good.
So our strategy was very simple. We start by looking at we created a map and we mapped every playable card that we have into a map. So we made we took count of how many cards of each color we have, and the colors that we have more of, we play first. If there's colors, if there's like colors that match, that have the same value, we pick the ones that have repeated numbers, and then we play the wild cards if we don't have any other playable card. And also something that we didn't really get to implement was we look at how many cards each player has. If a player has only one card left, we look at what color the player played in the last hand, and then we pick a color we pick a color different from that. That's to just keep others from winning, but we didn't really get to implement that. That's all. Thanks.
Nice. Some very sound strategies there as well. It's all good. I think we've all learned a valuable lesson that you can't write a very comprehensive AI for Uno in about 60 minutes, but I think we've done pretty well with that said. So who's up to see how these all compete against each other? I think we'll move on to that. Yes, the time is here. So I'll just prepare this. Give me a moment while I prepare this. Over here, over here, and I'll present my screen. There. And share that one. Just let me know when you can see that.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Before we go on, I just want to say a couple of things around the way this simulation runs. Firstly, I just did a test run while people were chatting as well, and our images are not coming through. So apologies for anyone that actually did upload an image. It's the one thing I didn't test. There's always one thing I don't test, and it's the one thing that doesn't show. But regardless of that, also if your AI returns an invalid response in terms of a non-playable card is presented back because there's something wrong with the algorithm, or it has an error in it, then it will fall back to a default algorithm that you had originally in your code. The only difference is that it will set the true on the Uno to make your card play properly, but it will select random cards if there's something wrong with your code. That's to ensure that the simulation doesn't stop halfway through because someone's code's not completed. So let's get into it. So I shall I'll just do a quick refresh here. Just make sure I've got the latest data in. I'll click begin the challenge. So this was team one with that fantastic name and the team. And once again, as I said, the image is not happening at the moment and they didn't update their profile either. Team two, similar again, haven't updated their profile either. Okay, we've got a good team here, the Trez team, super smart AI ready to take over the world. I like it. Did you have an image, by the way? That team?
Yeah, we did. We did.
What was an image of? So we can use our imaginations at least.
What?
Not sure.
With the one Uno.
Nice. Team Cheesy, no profile again. Did you have an image? Team Cheesy, did you have an image or not?
We have a profile. I'm not sure why it's not showing.
Okay. All right. And then we have, which is my team, the Zark Muckerbergers, super friendly, total real human, regional uni champion, likes the crust cut off my sandwiches. So nicely done. All right, let's get into the game, what we've all been waiting for. So the way this works is we play the game out, it just simulates it at a reasonable speed and ends the round. Once again, the cards will be calculated based on what's in the remaining hands and added to those players. And we repeat the process until one of the players has 500 points. And then at the end, the person with the lowest number of points will win the tournament. So I'll deal the cards and I'll set the round one going. Cards have been dealt. I shall begin the simulation for round one in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Cheesy's not doing too well.
Let's go, Zuck. Yes, it's happening.
Feel free to jump in and give us some inspiration. Oh, there we go. Team Trez with the first round. Let's jump to the leaderboard. Cards remaining points are there. I'll just bring them across to your scores now. And yeah, the 3 teams not doing too badly on 48, 45, 45 as well. So they're sort of all around, I'll say last place at the moment. We'll jump into the next round and we'll deal the cards. Looks like Uni AI team has a couple of wilds there as well, which is good. We'll begin the simulation. Let's go. Team Trez doing very well. Oh no, not going up again. Cheesy's coming in the lead. Oh, that was close. Well done. Let's add those scores on. I'll keep this moving relatively quick. Let's begin that simulation. Let's go up to round 3. So while this is running, it's calling your APIs and bring the data in, and just it runs through that all through the AIs as it's going. Team Trez looking really good again. Will they finish? Not yet. Top team is doing very well and has won the game. Team 1 doing very well. Be good if I could pronounce the name, but unfortunately I can't pronounce that. All right, round 4. Ooh. Cheesy, are you setting your true flag properly?
We won. Woohoo!
Nice. Set those on. We've got a few more rounds to go, unless Zuckerberg not doing great. Trez seems to be doing really well. Four. Cheesy again. Well done. Let's go again. Round 6. There's a limit of 200 turns if a particular player does not win by 200. Once again.
Good job.
I think Team Zuckerberg working like a horse, but unfortunately we're not getting results out of that at the moment.
Nah, man, it's just bad luck. We're just getting bad hands.
It's a lot of red.
We won. We won. We won. Oh no.
There we go.
Yes. Good job.
I possibly could have set the total value to something a bit lower, but we'll see how we go. Oh, played the wild up front. Got one.
Yes, we've done it, fellas. Makes it all worth it. This is why we do it, okay?
That's a good one.
Huge comeback from the. How many rounds are there?
Until someone hits 500.
Oh, sweet. Then we're making it. We're all good.
But you want to get the lowest score though.
Oh no! All right, we'll figure it out. We'll win. We'll win the next ones back to back.
So that's when the first player hits 500, the person with the lowest score wins the tournament. That's the actual official rules in Uno. Oh, there we go. Nearly there. I think will be the cause of the game ending, I think.
We're almost there. Maybe 2 more games.
Yeah. Hold on.
Awesome.
A few more games. I should have definitely set that number a bit lower, I think. I think Trez has got an issue with their Uno setting. They seem to be picking up 4 cards every time they get close to finishing.
I think you just 100 the 4 cards every time.
Yeah. They've won a few games though, so like now they're
Yeah.
okay.
The first one, yeah.
They
Against
won it again. Yeah, I got that off. Too much. The last penalty wasn't good.
Round 12. Wasn't expecting that.
You did good job, David.
Thanks.
Good job.
Oh, it's close. There we go. Winner. Just need some music or something. Make it more intense. Jeez, he's got the lead. Oh. Draw 4 was played. I don't think our weighting system is working too well because we seem to be playing our wild cards first. Oh, King Trez very close. This is a long one, 137 turns. There we go. Yep. So close to finishing. And look at how close these two are. Very close. Who's going to win? Oh, got an
Wow.
8. 8 on an 8.
Wow. That was lucky.
Very lucky.
We
And
have a winner.
that's the game. Well done. And that is it. So our winner is team 1, and I can't pronounce their team name. Who was team 1?
It's the Elon Musk baby name. Yeah, it's Nick and Justina and Mosh, but Mosh left early.
Congratulations. Well done. You definitely get
Good job,
the
guys.
bragging rights. Well done. Awesome work. We need to nominate a best presentation. Richard, are you here? You still on the line, Richard?
Yeah, I'm here, mate.
Yeah. Did you want to nominate a particular team for best presentation?
I didn't get to see all the presentations actually, but yeah, I might be too biased as well.
All right. Who would like? Robert, are you there?
Yeah.
Did you want to nominate someone?
I'm pretty happy to nominate, I believe it was Angie, Lauren and Sai's team with their amazing presentation made in Canva, I think.
Yeah, very well prepared. I agree. Cool.
Good
Well
job,
done.
guys.
So now we'll just jump onto the quiz. I realise it's 7:30 now, but we'll just jump straight into the quiz just to finish up and see if we can give away some more prizes as well. Let me just reshare my screen. Actually, I don't need to reshare my screen. Let me just jump into the presentation. You can jump onto menti.com and just type in that code there. You can do it on your phone or you can do it on your browser if you want to get involved. So there's only 5 quick questions. They're multiple choice, and it's quickest answers gets the most points. And at the end of the 5 questions, we'll see who's on the leaderboard and work out where those prizes go. And Robert, if you can get ready with a screenshot so we can see who they were as well.
Yep, no problem.
Cool. So just let me know if you are all in. I might put the number also in the chat for everyone.
Just a second, it's loading up somehow.
It's all right. I'll give everyone a few minutes. It's the number there in the chat in case I switch across. I think I need to start it up as well. Oops, I'm giving away answers already. Okay. Is there anyone else that's not in? All right. we'll get started. We've got enough players in, I think. Right. Let's do it. So the first question is, what is the name of the programming language Salesforce uses? Get your answers in quick. Have a guess if you don't know. Some people haven't answered yet. Just have a guess if you don't know. Time's up. So we've got 16 people got it correct. Well done. No people got it wrong, probably because I probably saw the answer on the screen, but nonetheless. So in terms of leaderboards, we have a very close run. So I think there's a lot of people very, very quick on the trigger there. Let's jump into the next question. Where should you go to get free hands-on experience and teach yourself Salesforce? All right. Three seconds. All right, let's see if anyone actually wrote down Maverick. Someone wrote down Maverick, great. So the Trailhead's what we're looking for. It is the portal that you can go into yourself and learn about Salesforce and have a hands-on access as well to all the learning utilities there. So it's really good. So if you haven't been to Trailhead, I suggest you check it out and create an account. It's free and see what you can find. Oops, did I skip a question? I think I did, hang on. I'll label it there. Are you answering questions, Raj?
Yeah, for my team. I need to win prize for my team.
Raj, you can't do that.
It's a team play.
you will not be awarded any prizes, Raj. Sorry.
That's
these are individual prizes. So.
No, I'm just was playing for fun.
Cool. Let's get on to question 3. Which one of these is not a Salesforce cloud? So we went over those in the initial presentation. Apologies if it was super quick, but see if you can take a guess. Time's up. Oh, interesting one, that one. Correct answer was developer cloud. So we have sales, service, and commerce cloud, but we don't have a developer cloud. It's more focused around the business and what it's offering to businesses at this point. That was a bit tricky, that one. Let's take a look at that leaderboard. Raj, stop answering questions, please. I'm sort of giving us a bit of a gap.
Yeah, I'm not going to answer the last 2 ones.
Cool. Okay. We've got Sai slightly in the lead. Question 4. This is an interesting one. Which female change maker was in the background of the Maverick slides? So there was it was only on the screen for a little bit, but if anyone can pick it up, I'd be super impressed. Oh, we got 7. Picked it up. Well done. I'm glad
awesome.
some people were paying attention while I was talking. That's fantastic. Let's hit that leaderboard. Oh, it is super duper duper close. I think any of you have a chance. Lee, Raj, forget about Raj. Sai, Lee, keep going. Looks like you'll be very close to getting a prize. Final question. Let's do it. Which one of these is not a Salesforce certification? Very, very tricky with the wording. You're probably not familiar with them, but if you can remember what you saw, I'll be super impressed. Six people got it right. Well done. Cool. All right. I think that's the final. Let's check out who are our winners. There we go. Well done, Anna. Can you just take a screenshot of that, please, Rob?
It's a sigh.
Sorry. Yeah, size
yeah,
one.
I
Yep.
got that.
Cool. All good. So well done, Sai, Anna, Lee. I'm not going to mention Raj, Lavana, and Ollie. You're our Anna, Lee. Yep, you're our 5 winners.
If you could just message me on Zoom your email, we'll get in touch afterwards.
Yeah. So just message your username here and your email, and he'll take it across from there. That concludes today's event. I hope everyone had a lot of fun. It was certainly fun for us to certainly prep something like this and work with, you know, the Monash Academy and also Salesforce. I just want to thank Emma. I don't know if Emma's here or not, but she helped us organise the prizes for you. So for those winners, super excited about getting some mentoring time with Salesforce. It's a fantastic company. We're obviously a partner for Salesforce, but Salesforce is a fantastic company. A lot of good initiatives over there. So and you know, mentoring people is certainly one of them. So super excited that you got the opportunity for that as well. Are there any other questions before we finish up? And I hand back to Rob to close. Did everyone enjoy themselves at least? Had a bit of fun? You can speak up. You don't have to be on mute. I want to hear people's opinions.
Yep, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Cool. Anybody else?
Can I ask a question for Richard?
Certainly can. Richard?
Hi, yeah. So I think Glenn mentioned that, you know, you were pretty up there in terms of like the Salesforce expertise, and I was kind of wondering why you sort of decided to specialize in that for your sort of like career direction.
All right, yeah, was that for me?
Yes, it was, Richard.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, no, it's so I've always been in the sort of CRM domain since I started my IT career. Before Salesforce came along, it was more on-premise. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Siebel CRM, but that used to be sort of the best of breed CRM solution out there. So there was more probably just the next logical step in terms of my career was to actually move on to more of the cloud-based solutions, and Salesforce was obviously the go-to solution for that, and obviously the leader in the market and the industry. So yeah, it was just a logical progression, I guess, in terms of my career to sort of specialize in Salesforce. But yeah, it's obviously been quite fruitful, not just in terms of my personal experience, but you know, building up Maverick, building up the team, meeting Dave and the rest of the team members that you have worked with today. So yeah, all of that's been very very meaningful and fruitful for me. So yeah, hopefully that answers your question. You'd see a lot more of the just in terms of just general industry and market leadership, you see a lot of those like just articles online. You know, if you Google Salesforce, you'll see a lot of that, and you'll know that it's it's something that is worth investing. You know, picking up a lot more of knowledge and experience in that space.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
Any other questions?
Yeah. Any other questions?
All good. Is anyone going to go off and continue writing their own AI agent now that they've got a bit excited about it? Cool.
I think, Dave, maybe I just want to quickly also say thanks on behalf of Maverick. Yeah, obviously, thanks, Dave, for organizing and working with the team and Mac and Salesforce. But yeah, at the same time, from our side, obviously enjoyed spending time with everybody, and hopefully you learned a bit about Salesforce and Maverick throughout the process, and hopefully we'll come across each other in the future in terms of your career and your next steps around what you want to do from an IT and technology perspective. So appreciate the opportunity to sort of work with you guys today and actually engage with your team. So thanks for that.